Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers live page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. So today we're going to continue with the book of Joshua. We're going to get into chapter 2, which encompasses elements revolving around Rahab and the spies. Let's see, is there anything else? That's it. That's all that this chapter covers. And I hope all of you out there are having a nice week. We've made it to Thursday. I'm having yet another busy day. I woke up early, already got quite a bit done, but I have more to get done. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll provide my commentary as I see fit throughout this reading. Rahab and the spies. Then Joshua son of Nun sent 2 men out from Shittim to spy, saying, "Go see the land, especially Jericho." So they went, and they came to the house of a prostitute named Rahab. They spent the night there. Oh, this is getting. I didn't know that this was going to be about a prostitute. I'll tell you, there's a lot in the Bible that people don't realize. It's really worth the read. Those of you who are along with me on this journey, thanks for being with me. Let's keep going. The king of Jericho was told, "Behold, men of Israel came here tonight to spy out the land." So the king of Jericho sent orders to Rahab, "Bring out the men who came to you, who have entered your house, for they came to spy out the whole land." Wow. You know what? Throughout the ages, prostitutes have been vital keys to a lot of wars, a lot of disputes. Uh, Um, the oldest profession is prostitution, and probably for a reason. But prostitutes today are not viewed as they used to be. Prostitutes actually used to be very well regarded in society. They used to be viewed as an integral part. Today, there's a lot of stigma around sex work. I don't recommend sex work or prostitution to anybody, but prostitutes do solidly hold their place throughout history, both non religious and religious history. Now the woman had taken the 2 men and had hidden them. She said, "Yes, the men came to me, but I did not know where they were from. The men went out when it was time to shut the gate at dark. I do not know where the men went. Chase after them quickly, for you can overtake them." Yet she had brought them up to the roof. She hid them in the stalks of flax that she had spread out on the roof. So the men chased after them on the road to Jordan as far as the fords. They shut the gate as soon as the pursuers went out after them. All right, so this was a helpful prostitute. She helped to hide these guys. Before the spies went to sleep, Rahab went up to them on the roof. She said to the men, "I know that the Lord has given you the land, for dread from you has fallen upon us, and the inhabitants of the land melt in terror before you. For we heard how the Lord dried up the waters of the Red Sea before you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to Sihon and Og, the 2 kings of the Amorites, who were on the other side of the Jordan, whom you completely destroyed. Our hearts melted when we heard these things, and no man had any breath in him because of you. For the Lord your God is God in heaven above and on earth below." Okay, so Rahab was a fan of the Lord. Rahab was a fan of God. Rahab was a believer in God. And she was like, "You know what? I'm going to help these guys out. Screw the authority. So now, since I have acted faithfully toward you Please swear to me by the Lord that you will also act faithfully toward my father's house. Please give me a firm pledge that you will spare my father, my mother, my brothers, my sisters, and all whom they own, and that you will deliver our lives from death. Okay, so she wanted to protect her family. She was in a position of power, being that she was a prostitute. And she was like, all right, this is my chance. And she took her chance. Good for her. The men said to her, our lives for yours. If you do not report us, then when the Lord gives us the land, we will act faithfully and kindly with you. So they made a deal. Then Rahab lowered them by a rope through the window, for her home was set into the wall where she lived. She said to them, go to the hill country so that the pursuers do not find you. Hide there 3 days until the pursuers return. After that, you can go on your way. The men said to her, we will be guiltless concerning this oath that you have made us swear. Behold, when we come into the land, you tie this red cord to the window through which you let us down. You must bring your father, your mother, your brothers, and all who belong to your father's household into your home. Anyone who comes out of the doors of your house into the street is responsible for his own blood, and we will be innocent. Yet, for anyone who stays with you inside the house, we are responsible for his blood, if someone should lay a hand on him. But if you tell about this business of ours, then we will be released from the oath that you have made us swear. She said, let it be so, according to your words. All right, so they gave her stipulations to what it was that they needed her to do in order to, maintain her end of the deal. She said, let it be so, according to your words. Then she sent them off, and they departed. Then she tied the red cord in the window. They went and came to the hill country. They stayed there 3 days until the pursuers returned. The pursuers had sought them all along the way, but had not found them. So the 2 men returned. They descended from the hill country. They crossed the river, came to Joshua, son of Nun, and told all that they had discovered. They said to Joshua, the Lord has surely given the whole land into our hands. Indeed, all the inhabitants of the land melt in terror before us. And maybe not just terror. Maybe some of the people respected what these men were doing at that time. Because keep in mind, at this particular juncture in time, it was interesting because you did have a lot of metaphysical and what we consider today paranormal activity going on. God wasn't just an element in people's minds. God was actually appearing before people regularly, mass amounts of people. So it was a major reality. It would have been an amazing time to live in. But anyway, that's the end of Joshua chapter 2. The next installment, of course, will be Joshua chapter 3. Thank you to those of you who decided to listen today, and have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.